What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another car video, and today we're going to do a follow-up on the Snow White disaster. Now, I did a car video after I walked out of the theater for Snow White, and that caused quite the reaction, and I love every single second of it. Views are up, revenue is up, algorithm is up, complaints are up. The car video is back, baby. The amount of things that were said during that video were fantastic, and I'll address some of them as we get further into this video. But the first thing we're going to do is start out talking about Snow White being a disaster. It opened up worldwide at $87 million worldwide. That is a complete and total disaster on every single possible level. That's what you need to understand with this movie. This is a monumental failure for Disney. Now, there's a lot of people that are crying, going, Jeremy, but you went to see the movie. Yeah, I've been covering this for 2 years, and the same people crying about the fact that I went to see it so I could cover it are the same people telling me I shouldn't have been talking about it at all because it was a children's movie. Everyone that focused on this movie for the last couple of years, you are responsible for this failure that Disney is experiencing right now. This stuff cannot go unchecked. They have to be held accountable, and I am so happy that this is playing out exactly how it is. Rachel Zegler is getting annihilated across the internet right now, and so it is absolutely beautiful to watch. Now, I'm hoping you guys can hear me, because I know a lot of you said you couldn't hear me over this badass V8 that's just growling down the road. I did buy a Rode mic, so we're going to see how this one goes first, and then if I need to get the Rode mic, I will. Many of you were like, I can't believe you're doing this while you're driving, Jeremy. I'm not looking at the camera. It sounds like a lot of beta males or females are basically crying, saying that that I'm being too dangerous. Absolutely pathetic. I am a better driver than you. That is a fact. And so I know what I'm doing. In fact, I'll give some driving tips during these car videos. Outside of the fact that don't drive in the left lane. It's for passing, and when you're done passing, move over. But also, if you're on the interstate, now a lot of people make this mistake. If you're on the interstate and you see cars slowing down in front of you because there's a big bottleneck of traffic, go ahead and hit your brakes way in advance. Not for you, for the people behind you, because far too often we see pileups on the interstate, and that's because people slam on their brakes way too late, and then it causes people behind them to have to slam on their brakes because they were not notified soon enough. So if you see traffic way ahead of you on their brakes, go ahead and slow down way in advance so you can signal to the person behind you that you're slowing down, and that person can signal to the person behind them, and you can avoid a bottleneck. And I've just saved your life. You're welcome. Back to the disaster known as Snow White. This movie is going to lose around $300 million, and some of the expectations had it at 130, 140 million worldwide. I believe the Little Mermaid, the Black Little Mermaid, I believe that opened at 140 or something like that. It was almost twice as much as this movie was for Snow White. This is opening worse than Dumbo. It's opened worse than any Disney live action movie. That is absolutely awesome. And so what we have to do now is see how bad this is going to be. This is going to be a pretty big wake-up call for Disney, because Rachel Zegler is truly a liability. And they had no problem firing Gina Carano for saying nothing, by the way. They had no problem firing Gina Carano. Yet when Rachel Zegler said that she hopes that Trump supporters, Trump voters, and Trump himself never know peace, they didn't fire her. They didn't say anything to her. But with Gina, not only did they fire her, they publicly shamed her, which is why they're dealing with a lawsuit right now. So, this is a big problem for them, and it's exposed so much of the internal stuff that's been going on at Disney, stuff that you and I have been talking about for a long time. We've been covering this for years, and we're going to continue to pounce and pounce and pounce, because because they need to be held accountable. That's the bottom line right there. Now, I'm dealing with some traffic right now. I was hoping I don't think I can make it around this car. Guess we're going to try it. Yep, we are. Fucking people don't know how to drive. Anyway, so moving forward, what's going to be really interesting, because Snow White doesn't have any competition for the next week at the box office. So we're going to see how big that drop is in the second week, which is going to be crucial. And then Minecraft opens the week after that. And Minecraft, while that's not the same target demographic and same audience, Minecraft is definitely going to take any people that might have been considering going to see the Snow White movie away. So word of mouth is terrible right now on Rotten Tomatoes, on Metacritic, on Criticlist, on IMDb. Everywhere you look, people are roasting this movie. No one likes it. It was terrible. I've got a person in front of me in a Toyota Camry that doesn't know how to drive. They're in the left lane. They've got stuff piled up in their back window. They probably can't even see out of their rearview mirror. They don't know what they're doing. Fucking idiot. You know? Maybe if you watched my car videos, you would know that if you're in the left lane and you're not passing, you shouldn't be in the left lane. But clearly they don't watch the car videos. Fucking idiot. Alright, anyway, now, see, that person, if they ever do watch the car video, they're going to know that they shouldn't be doing that. In the future, maybe they'll get educated. Anyway, I would have flipped him off, but I had my hand on the gear shift, and I couldn't flip him off. But we got a Dodge Ram right here that doesn't know what he's doing. I could do a whole video breakdown on vehicles that and just teaching people how to drive. Like, right now I've got a Kia in front of me, and I've got a Dodge Ram that's in the left lane. Now he does have an 18-wheeler ahead of him, so he's a little boxed in right now. So I can give him a little credit because he does have an 18-wheeler in front of him. Now the 18-wheeler has moved over. Now the Dodge Ram has no excuse. You better speed up and get around the truck, or you need to move over and let me go by. This is not a complicated process. He's running a little over the speed limit, so I'm not going to give him too much grief right now. So now let's see if he moves over. He's clear of the truck. He has moved over. This man has watched car videos before. This man knows what's going on. Respect to you, sir. Thank you for your service. We appreciate it. Now, I passed him. Now, here's what I do. I move over. Turn signal on, move over. That way, if somebody's faster than me, they can just drive right by. This is how it should be done. Anyway, I'm glad you guys are enjoying these car videos. I am too. I'm glad they're back, and I know so many people are unhappy that the car videos are back. And guess what? It doesn't matter what you think, because car videos are going to save humanity. You guys have a great day. Thank you very much for checking out this video, and we will talk to you